Olufunmilayo, Aike, Soleye. The distinguished medical professional and astute businesswoman is well known by family, friends, and associates as one who embodies genuine humility, integrity, and a strong passion for professionalism and accountability. This is her story. On May 28, 1952, Olufunmilayo was born to the family of the late Mr. Akinwumi and Mrs. Ajike Doherty. The young family moved residence frequently due to the demanding nature of Mr. Doherty's work as a banker, and thus most of Olufunmilayo's childhood and early education spanned over 7 primary schools across Lagos, Ibadan, and the United Kingdom. Olufunmilayo's secondary school years from 1964 to 1968 were at St. Anne's School, Molete, Ibadan, where she was well known by her schoolmates for her brilliance and remarkable self-confidence.
Funmi was always very hardworking academically, very brilliant and very intelligent. Not very good at housework, I'm afraid, but I won't call her lazy, but she will only do what she's been told to do. She likes to avoid quarrel because she will always tell you, "Emi ole jao." So if there's any conflict, anything that relates to physical quarrel, she gets herself out of it. I admire her drive to succeed in everything she does. I remember Funmi with her work when she's studying, especially during exams. She has this yellow cup that she used for her coffee. So this is my coffee cup. And once she's taking that coffee, Funmi will be wide awake while all of us are just dozing. And she'll be able to work hard almost till morning. She won't even blink an eye.
I recall the Obe Lepo Mills at Molina Street, Ikoyi, and the Obe Olororo Mills at Shodipe Street, Yaba. Funmilayo was always fun to be with. She was always diligent at school with the goal of excellence at any task.
Olufunmilayo moved on to Queen's College, Lagos for her A-levels between 1969 to 1970 and finished this at the Federal School of Science, Uniko, Lagos. She was later admitted to the College of Medicine, University of Lagos in 1971, where she graduated with full honors and was recognized with significant awards in 1976. After her NYSC service in Kano and subsequently working briefly at the Kano City Hospital and Kano Military Base, Olufunmilayo was engaged as a medical officer at the Unilag Health Center from 1978 to 1979. In 1979, she got married and moved to Ajaokuta in Old Kwara State with her husband to manage their small hospital which he had just started in 1978. In 1980, the young couple were blessed with their first child, Tolagbe, and their second child, Temitope, in 1982. The family moved to the UK in 1984, where Olufunmilayo was admitted to Tenet Institute of Ophthalmology, University of Glasgow, for her postgraduate degree. The brilliant Olufunmilayo subsequently graduated with distinctions in 1986. Rotimi, their third child, was later born in 1987. Olufunmilayo is energetic, pragmatic, and driven to success. Over the years, her creativity, entrepreneurial, and resilient mindset have led her to venture into a variety of successful business ventures. Today, even though she says she's retired, you'll always find Olufunmilayo busy.
So there's a running joke that my mom and I share a brain. My siblings have gone to town over the years on this idea or this theory, and they've used it both for good and for evil over the years. My mother is a steady, safe pair of hands, the kind of person that you can leave a problem with and she'll worry at it and pull at it and pull out the threads and give you a sense of stability. Not because the problem magically goes away, because her unique insights and her kind way of looking at life will always shine through. And as she turns 70, 70, I think it's important to celebrate these characteristics that perhaps are not cool anymore or are not woke, but are so important and have been the grounding principles for all of us. I think it's important for me to not just speak on behalf of everyone, but also to speak on behalf of myself, how much we appreciate all the love, all the laughter. My mom has an amazing sense of humor, which will often not show unless she's comfortable or confident or relaxed. And generally, this is a time, I hope, for her to step down, relax, jampu dear. Happy birthday, Mommy. We love you.
My mother, which is funny because she didn't follow into the same profession as her own mother, is one of the best teachers that I have ever really known. And she really teaches by example, she has lived the life that she preaches. And that's one of the things that's most admirable about her. Also, and I say this as someone who has always been troublesome and turbulent, she's one's best defender in life. There's really no one else that you want on your side, like Olufunmilayo, Soleye. Really, there's just nothing like it. Feeling her love and support behind you, it has guided me through some of the most turbulent times of my life. And then the third thing is that she's extraordinarily forgiving. I don't mean that to say that she's weak or supine, etc., but her compassion lets her really encompass what the other person's point of view is and accept their weaknesses and love them nevertheless. And she really is the most phenomenal woman, really, people, when I talk about her, people are always like, oh, well, you really love your mom. I'm like, well, pardon my French, of course I definitely do. She's wonderful.
My sister has been a blessing in my life. She has always been there for me since my childhood and even till now. My sister has a beautiful heart. She's very generous. She's the rock of the family and I love her deeply.
There is 8 years between sister and I, and doesn't she like to show me that I am the aburo, even at 61. She manages her 3 aburos with love, laughter, and fairness. When we played Mummies and Daddies, Dakwa and I lauded it over Bisola, who was always the house help. And Sister was often quick to the rescue, either removing the layers of clothing with which we had dressed her, sweating, or pulling her out of our dangerous makeshift houses of chairs and blankets. Now we are older, and with the tincture of time, this love, laughter, and fairness is still there, touched with a dose of great advice.
Jimama is the best grandma in the whole world. Happy birthday, Jimama. I love you so much.
Oh,